Hey ladies, so I get this question, or I used to get it a lot. I haven't gotten it recently, but I got this question in the feedback forms, and so I wanted to come on and answer it. I know that it may be easier for some of you to read something rather than to watch a live video, but if you can just listen and not watch, that's perfect. I'm not very good at taking the time to write out lengthy things, and not only that, but usually I find that I miss things and then I can't go back and input it. So here's my thoughts on intermittent fasting. One, if you're ever going to try a new diet or new method of eating, you have to give it 2 weeks. That's always the general rule with anything. If you think about it, try a new vitamin, 2 weeks. Try a medicine, 2 weeks. So you have to give it 2 weeks. Two, if it's not something that you can commit to long term, don't do it. There's no reason, because once you stop, you will gain the weight back, and sometimes you'll even gain more weight back than what you started with. Three is that it has to be something that fits with your lifestyle. So if you enjoy having breakfast with your family, if you enjoy having breakfast with your spouse on the weekends, if you are somebody who likes trying new breakfast places, then obviously intermittent fasting isn't for you. Thanks, Amanda. Say hi. Wait. We're losing one. So, if you're going to try intermittent fasting or anything, diet-wise or lifestyle change-wise, it must fit your lifestyle. It must be something that you can do long-term, and you must give it at least 2 weeks, okay? So, there's my 3 things that I like to always mention beforehand. My next thought on intermittent fasting is that it's something that has been around for a very, very long time. It goes back to biblical days, honestly. And that wasn't intermittent fasting to lose weight. That was fasting for religious purposes, fasting for health purposes, things like that. But it wasn't for losing weight. So intermittent fasting isn't a new thing. It's been around for a long time. If you are going to do a fast, what I recommend is doing a 12-hour fast. And honestly, everybody should do this. I should do this. You should do this. Everybody should do this. And that is so that you give your body time to reset kind of in the middle of the night. And it could be like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., if you're like my husband, 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., even though he eats breakfast at 7. Would you stop? So, try doing a 12-hour fast first. And if you can do that long time, then maybe think about doing your hours longer. But like I said, you have to agree to those first 3 rules. And here is my real true thought on intermittent fasting. And what I see frequently from people who do intermittent fasting. 1, people start with 12, 13, 14, 15 hours, and then they find this need, this desire, this want to see how long they can go. And it turns into 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 hours. I've seen people doing 48 hours of fasting. This is not to break anybody down. If you've done it and it works for you, that's great. But it's not for everybody, okay? But that mental mindset right there of trying to see how long you can go can create an eating disorder very, very quickly. And then you run into those days where you can't fast that long, and you shut down and you backtrack and you start binging, you give up easily, and then you start yo-yoing. So one day you'll fast, one day you won't. 2 days you'll fast, 2 days you won't. And instead of finding this happy medium place where you're doing 12-hour fast every single day, and you're tracking your calories and your calories are great, instead you're yo-yoing and your body's like, I don't know when she's going to feed me. And this is how our metabolism works. Our metabolism works when it is fed frequently over time. It knows, it's on a schedule, and it knows, like, she's going to feed me. I'm going to burn this as fuel so she has energy, and then we're going to be good for 3 hours. And then she's going to feed me again, and I'm going to burn it as fuel, and then we're going to move on. If you start yo-yoing it, and you say, I'm going to feed you now, and I'm not going to feed you for 48 hours, and then I'm going to eat for 3 days, and then I'm not going to feed you for another 24 hours, your metabolism's like, hold up. We need to hold on to everything because we don't know when she's going to feed us again. So that is why I don't really agree with fasting unless it's something that you can do on a schedule, routinely, long term. And another thing I would like to point out is how we are women and fasting can mess with our hormones. So our hormones live off of fats and carbohydrates. Those nutrients help our hormones to regulate, just like our blood sugar, just like everything in our body. Having a maintainable amount of food and fuel in your body helps regulate everything and keep everything driving. So when you're starving it and you're fueling it and you're starving it and you're fueling it, your metabolism and your hormones don't know what to do or where to go. Are we having a menstrual cycle today? Are we not having a menstrual cycle today? And I remember a few months ago, a professional CrossFitter, actually the 5-time fittest man on earth, Matt Frazier, did fasting. He tested it for himself. And the benefit that he saw of it was that his testosterone went up. That's great for him. He is a man. The more testosterone he has, the more muscle growth he's going to have. What do you think that does to us as a woman? If we're producing more testosterone because we're doing longer fasting, imagine what that does to our hormones. So, and that could even be like a minuscule amount over time. If you're doing like 16-hour fast for a long term, that's little bits of testosterone. Now, if you are being told to do this by your doctor or by a dietitian, then they have a reason behind it, a medical reason. But if you're trying this for yourself, 12 hours max. If you find that you think you have too much estrogen in your body. But the thing is, you need to have science and reasoning behind it. Don't just do something crazy because you think it's going to help you lose weight, because your friend who's been doing it for 2 months is doing it. Okay. And she's lost weight. You need to make sure that you do your research and that you're backed with evidence of why you should do this and that it's fitting for you, not for 12 million other women out there, for you. I think that wraps up and summarizes how I feel about intermittent fasting. There's a lot of people who have done it. I don't know very many that started it 3 years ago and still do it, if that tells you anything. And if you're doing it just to lose weight, don't do it. Because you can do a 12-hour fast and you might lose weight. If there's any benefit from it, you're helping your metabolism, you're helping your digestional tract, you're giving it a break, you're giving it a chance to relax. So that's a reason to do a 12-hour fast, but don't do it to lose weight, because I promise you, if you stop it, you'll gain the weight back and possibly even more. They hear you. So let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. To get off topic of intermittent fasting, I wanted to talk about a little bit about what I'm doing and a new challenge that I've started. So 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I started doing 10,000 steps a day. I missed it 1 or 2 days, but I was at like 9,000, so I was very, very close to the 10,000. If you think about steps like calories, the more steps, the more calories you're burning. Sometimes that can help you. And remember, you need to be at a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. Not meaning you should starve yourself, though. So, remember to park in the back of parking lots and walk up. Remember to get that 10 minutes of extra activity every single day. And I've been walking on the treadmill for that. What? And then the other thing that I have been doing is 10 I don't know what just happened. 10 handstands a day. If you are interested in trying to learn to do a handstand, let's talk about it. So leave me a comment and say, I would love to learn how to do handstands, and I can do a oh my gosh, handstand progression project. Let me get off of here before this girl loses her mind. Are you okay? You just shoved your face in the table. So if you're interested in learning handstands and starting from very, very beginner, or if you're somebody who has done them in the past and you know, you would just like to restart and don't know where to start, let me know. Not a professional at handstands yet, but I'm getting pretty good. So I've been making little challenges for myself and just trying to learn how to do it and how to hold it, and it's something that I can keep with for a very long time. I can walk 10,000 steps for the rest of my life. Honestly, we all should, and I think that's going to be our challenge for next month is 10,000 steps. And I can do handstands every day. It literally just takes me a couple minutes, but it's got my shoulders sore, and this is just today's day 3. My shoulders are already sore. My core, I'm using my core and engaging my core while doing the handstands, so that's challenging my core in a different way. It's helping with balance. But pick little fun, small goals and small challenges to challenge yourself. So if you want to learn handstands, let me know, and I will make a handstand progression video for you guys. But I'm going to hop off of here because obviously Piper's losing her mind and I have to go pick up Mason. Love you guys. See ya. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this answered all of your questions. If not, leave them in the comments or message me. See ya.